live, and God, we got loads in the co-host seats today, so it's going to be chaotic and messy as usual, and in no particular order. Well, I'll do alphabetical order because I can do alphabets better than maths, I think. I'm joined first of all the way from Buenos Aires, Danton.
Hello.
All the way from somewhere in the southeast of England, Dreamland.
Oh, you're right. I was wondering if you were going to get DA and DR alphabetically correct. So
I did,
I'm
and
impressed.
I did.
Yeah, there was a little pause there while his brain.
I was thinking it out. Yeah, I was referring to my. You can't see it, but the wall behind the camera, and this is a for the viewers at home, is my daughter's alphabet montage thing that goes on the wall.
So you cheated, in fact, is what you're saying.
Well, no, it's using a reference, isn't it? It's fine. And anyway, I reckon I can beat all of you at Wordle. And finally, Khornight, who's somewhere in Wimbledon, and not the police station, which you probably should be.
And not in the police station, as I should be. No.
Okay.
Better we don't ask any questions because there'll be a half-hour monologue to explain.
Yeah, I mean it's more just because his general and reliableness and shifty nature, I think, more than anything else.
You can't get arrested for being a slacker, okay? Just...
Not yet.
Not yet.
But yeah. Actually, to be fair, there are some things you probably don't, that would cause you to get arrested. But yeah, right. I managed to be just about unslack enough to not be arrested.
Have you ever been arrested? Right. Okay. Question one for the 30-minute dialogue because Dreamland's got to disappear in 20 minutes. Have you ever been arrested, Khornight?
No, I've never been arrested.
Danton? No.
Dreamland?
No.
I've not been arrested. I've had to appear at court.
Well, yeah, who hasn't appeared at court? Okay, well, I can beat you all. I have been both arrested and appeared in court. There you go. And I can tell you to correct what you're thinking. I was arrested by the German police in Munich for being drunk and disorderly. There we go.
That's a shock.
At Oktoberfest.
Getting drunk.
Were you naked atop a statue?
How bad did it have to be for someone for you to get arrested at Oktoberfest?
I believe
there's a few drunk people at Oktoberfest, right?
Yes, I believe at around 3 or 4 in the morning, I was apprehended trying to get into someone's apartment complex that wasn't my hotel, but in my drunken state, I believed it was my hotel. So there we go. And I was let off the next morning.
I got caught by a policeman urinating in America once.
Yeah,
fine. I'm pretty sure he was going to arrest me until the point I was like, I'm English, and like waved a passport at him. And
what did he say then?
I think he. Well, I don't know. I was quite drunk. My recollection is pretty hazy anyway, right?
He probably either said, "Hey, I love Benny Hill, so you can go,"
or Princess Di.
Yeah, or do you know the Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Princess Di is actually a question I have been asked more than once in America. Yeah.
See, they think I'm Australian, so I don't get asked all the Queen stuff.
Wow.
I did respond to TS when they said, like, I thought you were Australian. I went, no, I'm just poor. So this is just what poor English people say.
That's brilliant. Not that you're poor, Dreamland, obviously, but that's...
Tom.
Hello,
At
Tom.
the time, I definitely was.
Tom, have you been arrested? That's today's question. Please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, because I mean, why should we talk about Blood Bowl?
Well, indeed. Yeah. Well, should we talk about some Blood Bowl then? I feel like I've been corrected by a parent.
Danton playing the role of the police today.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a theme.
Let's move on. Yeah. Where are we? Right. So let's look at 2B. I mean,
why don't we just kind of really rush through? Just
okay.
The betting
do betting. All right. Just give me results. Well, I'll get the scoreboard up.
Round
right.
6. Yeah, you've got to go back to round 6.
Okay. So round 6. Let me just get a nice background so we can actually see what's going on. That's actually worse.
Apparently, Tom was while you're doing this. Tom was pulled over for carrying 2 backpacks. I'm not sure is entirely. I guess they worried that he'd stolen one of them.
Well, it's Ireland, and one of them could have had a bomb in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
okay.
is that.
Yeah, okay, fine. I was stopped by the police once for cycling 2 bikes. Well, I was ghosting a bike, so riding my bike and
Pushing
bringing a
it.
second one along. But because I was picking my son up from school, so they were fine with it once I said it was for my son. Just let me go.
Well, I was going to also say, and this is hashtag controversial, Tom could be a gentleman of colour, in which case they often get stopped in the UK for no reason. I'm not. You can see my face, right? So I'm pretty white, as you can see. But weirdly, when I was driving my Fiesta XR2 with full spoilers and body kit around when I was in my 20s, I did get pulled over quite a lot more than my white friends who were driving XR3Is. So hashtag just saying, don't know.
We're finding out all about Ethel's gangster background.
Gangster past. Yeah, Anyway, Wolverhampton in the 90s, it was a crazy time. Right, okay. Betting. Just give me numbers. So, how many points have I scored?
But hang on a second. I mean, I thought you were actually going to show like the schedule so we can see what the actual results were
Okay.
there.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I was reading out Tom's messages, because I thought,
Okay.
I was padding for you to get ready.
Jesus Christ.
But no, apparently not.
You were at the right place, and then you left.
If anything, you've regressed.
So we're 2B, aren't we? Right. Okay.
2B.
Yeah.
All right. Which match day are we doing? Match day 6.
Yeah.
6.
Okay, 6. Okay. Prime Goons versus McLeods. Board draw. 1-1. Well, not a board draw.
Only one person got that, and that was Dreamland.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait! Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Spider.
Sorry,
Spider.
Spider and Dreamland.
Spider and Dreamland.
Yeah.
Okay. Gassy Gang 1. Serial Sinkers 0.
Ethelred and Danton.
Yeah. Ethel and me.
Okay. Hit
And
me.
congrats.
How was that game, Dreamland?
Dreamland did not bet on himself.
Yeah, horrible. Vamps are the worst for Bash. It's just so the first half was miserable, and then he started to just run out of players.
Yeah,
Excellent.
as is the way.
Yeah, went exactly as you hope it's going to go as Bash. Really
As
horrible first half.
As is the way, unless your name is Keelsfad.
Yeah. Or Random Boy. Random Boy has a similarly never dies vampire team.
Yeah, no
Talking about
bloodlust.
Keelsfad, he's coming back next season.
Every snack is just a stun.
Yeah.
Bastards. Not my vamp team. First dodge with a vampire. Double 1. Dead. Cheers. And obviously failed regen, and I didn't use the Apo. I should have done.
Well, it's always the way. You either use the Apo.
Yeah, and then it's fine, or exactly. We don't use the Apo.
You use the Apo, it fails. Regen fails, and then if you hadn't used the Apo, you'd be fine.
Yeah. It's that great situation where if the dice are are the same, if you're getting the same series of dice, then your choice can cause him to die because the perm roll is the same as successful regen roll, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to roll high on regen and low on Apo.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway,
Okay.
hit me baby one more
Next.
time. 1. Disco sees 1.
Only one person bet on the draw, and it was me.
Okay. Skull Eaters 1. Vincent Price All Stars 0.
It was Spider and Dreamland.
Yeah.
Okay, Spider and Dreamland.
The Ethel, Khornight, and Danton are neck and neck on 29 points. That's
Okay.
intriguing.
And finally for week
Neck
6.
and neck at the tail end of it.
Yeah. Although
OCC,
Dreamland's
OCC Picando Piedra 0. The Garden of Even, great name, 2.
So
Spider.
Dreamland, Spider, and moi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spider, Dreamland, Danton, Aussie.
We.
Yeah.
Maybe. Brilliant.
See
Okay.
you guys later.
So that is Dreamland
Week 6 done.
week 6. Dreamland winning with 36 points. He's 1 ahead of Spider. That's good. Okay. Week So we're going to do week 7 now.
Yeah.
Okay, week 7. First game. Vincent Price All Stars 1. Prime Goons 1.
That was only Dreamland.
Oh, Jesus
Fuck's
Christ.
sake, Dreamland.
See, we could go through a lot of my division where I've played most of the coaches now and know most of the teams, so it's easier to make judgments on those. Because when you start looking at 3C, I've got no clue what's going on. I just pick against.
Nor have I.
You made a rod for going back, Danton, by insisting that we do last week, because that's just going to, the more we do of our division, the more Dreamland will leap out into the front.
Okay.
Well, I felt it was time for someone else to get a free meal off a vessel.
And someone who's close enough to actually meet up as well.
Yeah, I get it. I've got some bad news about London Book Fair as well, Khornight, but I'll tell you later. God of Even 2, Disco Seas 0. Anyone bet on that?
Yeah,
result?
Dreamland and me. And I.
Okay.
That one seemed like a no-brainer to me. It was Woodies against Lizardmen, right? I mean, normally it's a horrific matchup for Lizards.
The Lizards have been having a rough season as well.
Yeah, they're pretty bashed, aren't they? I think. Remember.
Yeah, but the Woodies are kind of a dicey team. Like the way that he plays them, I think he goes for it, and that's the kind of thing where sometimes that can cause the Lizards to remove enough Woodies that it works out, right?
Yeah.
And they're quite high TV compared to the Lizards, I think, as well. So I was thinking, the Lizards might get a Wizard and sneak away with it.
Are you saying that the Woody coach comes from the Inarian school of playing Woodies?
Like, I wouldn't go quite that far, but broadly, in fact, yeah.
What's the Inarian school? Just go for YOLO.
No,
YOLO.
well, Inarian's more like scoring a lot and then turning people over.
Inarian is basically score quickly and really high pressure defense, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I would play like.
I wouldn't characterize him in the same way, but I think he does go for the ball sometimes, quite a lot. Not quite as well as Narian does, though. But not many people do.
Okay. OCC Picandro. Have we done this one? OCC Picandro Piedra 1, Zero Sinkers 0.
This one, yeah, only
one person.
Only Khornight bet on this one.
Oh.
Ha! Leaving Ethel in my dust.
Well, by 1 point.
Oh, and next game is going to.
Okay, Boomer. The Skull-Eaters 1, McLeod's gratefully and thankfully 0. So.
Nah, bloody orcs.
Only one person bet on the Skull Eaters.
It wasn't Ethelred.
And it was me.
Oh. Well, did I not bet that week?
No, it looks like you missed it, but not on that game at least.
Okay.
You didn't bet that game. No.
Last one. Hit Me Baby one more time. 1, Gassy Gang 0.
Absolutely no one bet on Hit Me Baby.
Right, Dreamland, what happened?
I got my shit pushed in. It's the night. Like, I got absolutely destroyed. Dead Nurgle Warrior, Super
that's
Rotter.
where you lost it.
Oh yeah, we
Super
saw that.
Rotter, double permed.
There it is.
Couldn't remove anything. His Pommer got 5 or 6 Kaz, some of which regened. My Claw got 1, which I had to greed re-roll to even get the knockdown for on a 3 dice. Just couldn't get anything going. I think I have 15 players on the roster to start, and I've still started one of the drives with 10. Just couldn't keep anyone on the pitch.
Rough times.
Getting outbashed as Nurgle as well, especially Nurgle, where there's not loads of hitting power, is rough.
Potentially, I'd be sympathetic, but you are a Nurgle coach, so
I'm not a Nurgle coach. I just have this Nurgle team in my in the two other sort of league things I'm doing. It's got Skaven and Elven Union. I normally would I play more Edge teams, sort of, but I had never built a Claw Pommer in all of my time playing Blood Bowl 2, so I felt there was.
Yes,
and this might have been the last chance to do it, and it looks now like it could be another year, and I've got plenty of time. But
I was going to say, yeah, and you've still not done it.
No, I've got to keep the other guy alive long enough now. He's at 35, I think. He needs to get to 51.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's still on your team, so you surely not.
Oh no, he's getting fired. Like if I could live with the armor bust,
Yeah.
but strength 2.
I don't know. Blood's sure hands. He's still and Agi 4. Like obviously it's going to depend on matchup, right? If his TV difference makes some kind of effect on the
Yeah,
inducements,
he's
then
150. I
if
mean,
he
that's
doesn't,
still
you
pretty
might
cheap for
keep him.
AG4.
He's a lot of TV for a essentially triple move bust wood elf catcher.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
It
he-
depends
but
on the
he is-
next matchup of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but he is on a team that doesn't get many Wood Elf catchers to play with. So,
Yeah.
and your next game is against the Wood Elves. Who,
So he misses that. Which
oh shit! So so much for keeping him for the.
the last
Yeah,
game
but-
is against the Lizards.
Plus the strength. I mean, the strength 2. The problem there against teams like Woodies is that if they are leaping in to hit him,
Yeah,
the
it can
strength
be
2
dice.
is not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, I couldn't carry on him. He's got the wrestle tackle dancer, I'm pretty sure, so I couldn't carry Edge 5 dancer as well. So it's just a 2+ to sack my ball essentially.
Yeah, I was wondering if he had a strip ball. So but he doesn't have strip ball, so the sure hands doesn't help at all.
Yeah, and there's all of my guard has died over the course of this season. I think I've only got 1 or 2 left, so it's very hard to protect against the Wood Elves anyway. So I think I might even carry on the newly minted Strength 4 rotter, which is up with the Nurgle Warriors after another one of them died. So he's just sort of
promoted.
de facto filling a place.
He's
Just-
just one SPP off 2 skills as well, isn't he? So
I think he's just got 3 MVPs in the last 5 games or something like that. He just keeps getting. And the strength is definitely not the correct choice, but it was interesting.
I was going to say, would you normally pick strength, or is it just because of feeling like you needed it? You're a strength team with not that much strength.
It was thinking about the matchups I had left. So it was sort of with the mummies of the undead, because I took it before the last game, and I've got lizards the last week. So it's just trying to have the strength.
And he's
I probably would have
basically your
taken guard if it was CCL or
He's
something
your-
like that.
He's your 4th warrior now, isn't he?
He
yeah,
will be
I mean,
probably for the rest of the season because it doesn't look like I've rolled 1s on the last 2 winnings as well, so I'm not recovering the losses well either.
I mean, previously you were in expensive mistakes too, right? Oh, no, whatever the
Spiraling expenses.
spiraling expenses. Yeah, so you were probably like before this game, you were 2,100 or something like that, right?
So I lost a 130. So I've lost 280. So yeah, 2020 before this game.
Yeah. So yeah, that means even if you rolled a 3, you weren't getting money, right?
Right side, I don't give up a wizard next game anymore. So
yeah.
you take what you get.
I mean, I guess you've got the Blodge Pestigore is a decent ball carrier, isn't he?
Yeah, that's why I took dodge. It was always developing for the inevitable super rotter death.
Just take sure hands on him next.
Yeah, he will become the ball carrier. Even if the rotter stays, it'll be for the 1 game to end the season probably, and try and sort of feed the Pestigore to get to 31 for next season.
Okay. I just quick look at the leaderboard. I mean, it's still pretty tight there. So I mean,
I was going to say this loss really does help the standings, right?
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if you'd have won that game, it would have been very hard it would have pushed a lot of teams out of contention. But
It would have been promotion probably as well. It would have probably sealed it.
I mean, I think you're pretty. How far are we into the season now?
There's 2 games left.
2 games.
Two
There's only
games
2
left,
games left.
yeah.
I think you're promoted, Dreamland. It just depends on who else is going to come up with you and whether.
I mean, tier 2 as well, right? So is it 4 go up?
It's 4, yeah.
And there's usually going to be other people getting sucked up along because of re-rollers and stuff. So
Horrible phrase.
Is it? Are you sure it's 4? I thought it was 3. And then
I
I
think
thought
it's
it was 3.
I think it's 3 from one to Prem, and 4 from 2 to 1. But I might be wrong.
I thought it was the opposite.
no, it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3 for both cases.
Okay.
But
yeah, you're right. Sorry.
often you'll get like 4 or 5 going up just because of dropouts.
rerolls.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was thinking about demotions. So demotions, there's 4 go down from 1, but 3 go down from 2. But sorry.
In any case, I'll stay still pretty open down to 6th. You can qualify.
to qualify, yeah. Yeah, but I think Dreamland, you should feel
Dreamland.
pretty safe. Like you just need to not get massacred twice, and you'll be all right.
I mean,
one of the last 2 games would be enough.
Yeah, it's just trying to keep players alive enough. I think the Wood Elf game will be tougher to win. I think the Lizard game, he's been struggling. Claw against Lizards is always famously terrible for the Lizards, so hopefully can at least get 1 win out of the 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we might as well do betting for next week. And Khornight, if you've got a pen to hand, or
I will do my usual.
Your usual thing.
Oh yeah, because the divs haven't been rolled yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
So we'll have a quick look at the matchups, and then we'll bet on them. So Prime Goons versus Skeletas first. So Prime Goons is this.
It's an Orkoff, isn't it?
Orkoff, yeah. So this is Orc team.
This has been my last 2 weeks been against these 2 teams, and oh my god, I'm so glad I don't have to face any more Orcs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, they're pretty intense, aren't they?
For Norse, especially, it's a horrible sort of match.
Yeah.
He's missing a Black Orc, so that might count against Old Yeller here, Prime Goons, and also a Wrestle Lineman, which isn't too bad. He's still got his AG4 Lino. Presumably there's a carrier, although there's Mr. Throw there as well, which is a horrible mistake. And no Goblin as well. So I'm not a fan of this team.
So I don't hate Mr. Throw. It's when you put accurate on Mr. Throw, it becomes a horrible, expensive mistake.
Wrong one.
I mean, like
I don't mind accurate as like a. Well, I wouldn't have taken second skill, but maybe as a third skill. I mean, block, kickoff, return. I think are
I agree. I think block, kickoff, return
obvious
are the first
picks.
2.
But I mean, accurate is not horrible because it means you can do fairly reliable pass if you need to.
I mean, his problem is that he's slow, so you do want to move the ball from him usually.
Exactly, especially if you need to do a 2-turn score as Orcs, it helps a lot.
I mean, this TikTok guy is not a bad receiver. I mean, he's AG4 as well.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the same thing. You know, having an AG4 blitzer to catch the ball
as an outlet, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. We're not going to spend too long. So that's the first Orc team, and then the second one is the Skeletas, who are currently.
I mean, I think it's worth mentioning that one of the Orc teams is equal with Dreamland at the top, and the other is at the very bottom of the division. So
yeah, how did you find Old Yellow as a coach? While I clear my throat.
He's noticeably not as good as Gilead. I think
No, I share that opinion. I think that's fair. I think Gilead made it a lot harder for me, and I had a more favourable matchup than Khornight did with it. But I felt that I didn't have the same opportunities.
I mean, on paper, Gilead's team is worse because he's got a couple of armor busts, and it's a much smaller squad as well. So he'll only have he's got 120k in the bank, so he could buy a couple of linemen and a goblin and he's got a troll. That's fine. So he's only got 11 rostered players, so he'll only have 10 plus a loner for this game. But he obviously plays them well. I mean, a blitzer 7-4-3-9. That's really key. Does he use him as a carrier, or does he use anyone else? He used Blodge as well.
He used the Blodge Edge 4 against me.
Right.
He used both. He put against me. Oh, actually, and he even had. Well, the ball was on the floor a fair bit against me, so it was slightly messy as a game. I was trying to keep it all over the place and trying to avoid it being a big ruck. So there was a lot of ball sacking and trying to move it around and stuff. So he ended up with the ball on most of the blitzers and that lineman who got movement bust, I think.
Yeah, I mean Old Yellow's missing 2 from his 15-man squad, so he'll have 13 for this game, which leaves Gilead only with 70 inducements.
He's got a level as well, so it's 50.
Yeah, so it's 50. So it's probably worth buying a couple of linemen, isn't it? I'd say. I don't know. I mean, this Black Orc. I mean, is there anything you would take other than either block or mighty blow on him?
I mean, it's going to be block.
Guard is an option, right? I mean, just to kind of have more guard. But I mean, yeah, I'd take block.
And look at his skill progression. You know, everyone has block first. It's going to be block.
Would you change your mind if it was a non-stat double? I mean, the only stat you'd take on a Black Orc would be strength anyway, wouldn't it? Really, but movement perhaps, but maybe not as a first skill.
Are you trying to win, or are you trying to build a fun, unique team?
I mean, he's in second already, right? So he's you know, I think it's not terrible to have a bit of blow. I wouldn't take a double. I wouldn't take dodge.
No, I mean, dodge is the only choice, isn't it? Maybe diving tackle.
Yeah, but both of them would
but they're later skills, aren't they? Really,
I take strength, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, but that's it.
Okay, so with only 50 inducements in this one, would you spend some of your bank then on a couple of linemen, maybe a lineman and a goblin? I don't know. I don't know if he's an orc coach that runs a goblin.
And it depends on how confident he's feeling, isn't it? Maybe he thinks I can win this game with 11 orcs against old Jedi anyway. And I want to save my money in case something dies. You know, that would probably be my thinking.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the problem with that is that if you're saving your money in case something dies, then why don't you just buy extra players that you don't care if they die?
Because you can't buy. You'd only have 12 anyway. You can't protect it that much more by buying 2 bench. I would say, like, if it's just trying to win the game, maybe you want the bench. But if you're confident that you can get a result without it, it's better to have the money, especially with like a couple of armor 8s facing Pom. I'd want the money more for replacing one of those just in case, and just risk it with 11. Let the loner get punched.
Yeah. All right, fair.
It is kind of scary though, because you know, Old Yellow having more players, a DP, way more mighty blow, and less stats, which means more skilled. I think in this matchup is actually kind of better.
And he's got the AG4 as well for ball duties, so
he's got
I might go for Old Yellow on this one.
Though,
I think. Sorry, Danton.
Is it level on guard? He's got 5, does he?
Let's have a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's got 5 and.
Yeah. Well, no, they've no. 5. Yeah, sorry, I missed the one on the. Yeah, they both got 5.
Well, he's only got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I did the same thing. So he's got equal guard.
Yeah.
Do they both have a troll?
Yeah. So Gilead has slightly more strength, but with only 11 players, it's not like he's got one. He's got the strength up being the difference, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's got draw written all over it.
Didn't you just say you're going to bet on Old Yellow?
Yeah, but now change it's going to be a draw.
I mean, I think a draw is quite likely. It's going to be 2 Orc teams bashing across the middle of the pitch.
Well, Khornight, what do you think?
I have just suddenly realised I need to actually take notes of this. So you think draw?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for Prime Goons.
Okay. Dreamland?
I think draw.
Okay, and Danton?
I was going to say draw, but now everyone's going for draw, so I'm going to go for Skull Leaders.
Oh.
I mean, Dreamland's running away with it, so got to take some risks.
Yeah, you got to do some shenanigans. Okay, cool. Right, next one is OCC Picandro Piedra versus Hit Me Baby One More Time. So OCC Picandro Piedra is Underworld. And they're
actually the overdog in this game.
Looking at this, they've got 1700 TV, 140k in the bank. They're missing just one goblin, so they've got a squad of 13 for this game. 14. Well, thank you. Mass. And Hit Me Baby One More Time. This undead.
Oh, actually, they have a level up. So if it's a double, they actually have the same TV. Or if it's
is it a double? Do you know if it's a double?
Well, I don't know. No, I have no idea. If it was a double, obviously they'd have the same TV, and if it's a agi or strength, then that puts Hit Me Baby One More Time into a higher TV.
I hope he levels up into a perm. I can't. The player did my head in last week. I hope he. I'm still bitter. It's been like 4 days. I'm still bitter about
it. Is his move to 80 SBP a result of your poor rotters?
Yeah.
It wasn't just rotters. It was everything.
Everything.
He just hit everything.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 perms. I think there was another badly hurt and 2 regens. I think he didn't get MVP, and he's on 80, so he at least got.
He got 8. He got 4 CAS at least.
Yeah.
I actually I played my era league game yesterday with my undead team, and I have a white that is a jump up pommer that also just went mental and just removed half the chaos team.
Yeah,
that's good because I played a jump up white piling on her yesterday, and they hardly did anything. So that was thanks for taking all the hits, guys.
That's how the universe balances itself out.
Yeah. That was quite a treat. Okay, this white.
Obviously, if a jump up pommer fails through everything, you must have won that game then, Ethel.
No. The white double is jump up, isn't it? I would say. What do you get them if it's not a double? Stand firm?
I don't know. With guard, guard. Yeah. Stand firm if it's a normal. If it was a double, I think because he's gone guard, he's probably more likely to take dodge than jump up.
I mean, obviously
he's got piling on already, so
yeah, he's got piling on, but he doesn't. I don't think he holds piling on down. I think he's a. Okay, he didn't against me, but I have.
He was on the floor probably 12 of the 16 turns. And he got 7 removals or so out of it. It was the 4 KOs, and he got KO'd at least another 2.
Yeah.
So he held it liberally, but it worked, at least.
Did you foul him at least once?
No, I had nothing to... Actually, no, I had a free bribe. I fouled something. I don't think it was that. I didn't think I had an opportunity on that.
Yeah, did you have a dirty player?
No, I don't have a dirty player.
Ah, so I've got two dirty players, and against him, I think I induced the third. so it really set my soul out with the what my plan was.
No, he's got the bribe stadium, so I had a bribe, but no dirty player.
Yeah.
Personally, on this white, I would take Jugs. I actually in Blood Bowl 1 I had a white that got to legendary, who was exactly the same as that and had Jugs as the 5th skill and Stand Firm as the last one.
I really like Jugs on kill skill, but what he's taking guard. Like I don't think. Like,
but the guard is still. I mean, the guard is still obviously useful. You don't have to have Stand Firm with it. Not if
you're on the floor for 14 turns.
No. Yeah, I mean, Stand Firm at some point is nice because also it makes it scary to blitz him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great skills. It just depends really how you're using it. If he's your main weapon that you're, pointing at everything, then Jugs is just probably going to get a little bit more use than Stand Firm.
Yeah.
Against me, he blitzed with him every turn. It was available to. Like, he wasn't like a full murder coach or anything like that, where it was just like ignore positioning, ignore making the ball safe to blitz with him. But if there was an available blitz that kept his position strong, he used him every time.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to bet on C Pervert for this one. Danton, you went last time, so this time you can go first. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, matchup-wise, Undead should murder Underworld. Especially, I mean, I think we said that they're even the overdog, right? In this case, the Underworld.
So they've got a claw pommer.
I mean, yeah, they've always going to have their claw that can do something, but I mean, they need to get a bit lucky. I think. But they need to get a bit lucky and have sort of a lot of regen fail and things like that. I mean, the Undead is just a better team.
Okay.
So yeah, Undead for me.
Okay, Dreamland.
Bet an Underworld because I'm salty. Like,
okay.
I'm not going to put any logic into this. I'm salty about losing last week. I'm betting that C Pervert loses, even though we've played 3 times since I started this team and I won the other 2. I'm still salty that he won this one. So.
And finally, Khornight.
I'm going for the Underworld as well. I actually think, I quite like Underworld, and I think they've always got a chance of high rolling, and he's a good coach. So I think and he's got a lot of chaff to throw in the way, which I think is really whatever.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
chafe
Right.
and chaff are not really the same.
Yeah, chafe is something that happens.
To nether regions.
Yeah. Garden of Even, great name. Gassy Gang. So Garden of Even. This is the elves, then, isn't it? Let's have a look at them. Here we go.
12 players.
Yeah, 12 players. Some quite nice dancers. 2 AG5 players. Dreamer doesn't have block, but he's got grab for the 1 turn. Movement 9 catcher, so there's not a natural 1 turner, but certainly one. Or I think 1 push for a movement 9 catcher. I think they can sprint 3, can't they?
Yeah.
Versus, I mean, the team really that's designed to stop elf bullshit. But have you got enough here, Dreamland? Do you think to cope with those elves? You got 2 tackle. One's a rackle.
Dreamland's also going to have what 170 of inducements.
Yeah.
What's that going to be?
What's that
what
going
can
to be?
help Nurgle with woodies?
Bribes. Saw?
He's not got a dirty player.
I could just about afford bribe dirty player if I spunk the bank, which I don't want to do. Because it would be
just a dirty player and live with him getting set off.
Yeah, because I think I've still got 13 rostered, so then it'd be 14. So I don't need to worry about numbers as much with the Woodies. I don't think they've got any Mighty Blow or anything like that, and they're not going to hit me that often.
What is it? A dirty player rostered is 120, isn't
it? So then,
70 plus 50 for a skill, 120.
Yeah.
And I'm down 170. But so I could, like I said, I could spend my whole bank and get a bribe as well, but I need to save for the Nurgle Warrior.
So I just get a Babe because you got 50k and you can't spend anything else, basically.
Yeah, something like that, probably. And then blitz on 3 dice every turn to whatever's there. With tackle and just hope.
Yeah,
blow does enough.
I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? You're hoping you get the removals.
The strategy is not going that deep. Is I blitz on a strength 5. I'm going to 3 dice something every turn if possible, and hope that I hit enough wood elves on my offense that it makes the defense a lot easier. I'm going to have to carry just on the standard dodge or the strength 4 with no support. So then, the dancer's going to have shots, and it sounds like from Khornight playing him that he's not averse to the leap into the cage.
No. I mean, it's actually 5 as well, right? So it's just a 2+.
Yeah, it's only a 2+. That never goes wrong. You've only got 2 guys.
And I haven't got enough guard. I can walk the Nurgle Warrior in the cage and make it uphills all the time. But
Dreamland, it's your game, so you can go first. What do you think?
If it was someone else, I'd probably bet on the elves, but I've got to bet on myself, I think.
Shows confidence.
But
okay.
Want to try and win the division. I want trophies.
Glittering prizes.
And
that's what we all play.
The Wood Elves are in 3rd and they're playing quite well. They started really slowly and I think they've won 4 straight or something like that. So clearly the coach knows what he's doing with them. And if it works, it works. Just hope to kill elves.
Yeah, well, I hope you don't kill elves, and I hope the elves win.
Wow.
Solidarity is my elven brothers. Danton. Has he gone? Oh no, he's still there.
No, I'm still here. No, I had someone from work pinging me, so my attention has been distracted. I didn't. Can you just quickly show the Woody team again?
Yeah, here we go.
So was that you betting on the Woodies there, Ethelred, by the way?
Yes.
Or not just showing solidarity because you're playing Dark Elves, but actually picking the elves?
Yeah, elves. I think. I mean, as good as Dreamland is, I don't think he's got enough to reliably remove enough elves for them not to have enough left to win. That's my point of view. But I mean, you might murderize them all as well. I mean, that is also an option. But
that dancer with the niggles looking pretty.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If he comes in once, he's leaving the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a hit on him, then yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I don't like the fact he has frenzy either, because that's just going to get him into trouble.
I mean, you know, like he's not a bad coach, right? He doesn't go for crazy frenzy. You know, he knows when he's going to get 1 or 2 dice, right? So, I think he played with the frenzy quite well, and like it. I think back then I played him in the first week of the season, and his other dancer was much better. Obviously, that one, the skillless dancer was really new. I think he picked not to blitz with the frenzy when I left in frenzy traps and stuff. And also, because you got Agi 5 and leap, you can kind of pick your direction enough to protect against a lot of frenzy traps.
Yeah. I mean, you just need to be careful how you use it. Exactly. It's good it's great as a threat, obviously, and helps you control the sideline. But when you commit with it, you've got to be careful. It's a tricky one. I mean,
what do you think? I'm going to say I've gone for a draw because it's the same reason. Yeah. It's difficult to work out, and look, you could go either way. Both coaches are really good.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that Dreamland has had his shit pushed in, as he put it so eloquently, and maybe it's the start of a downward spiral.
Yeah. First loss of the season.
Maybe mentally, this is where the cracks start to show. So I think I'm gonna go with the Woodies.
How are you?
I've lost half my incentive to play the team.
How are you mentally, Dreamland?
Rattled.
He sounds bitter. Yeah.
The super rattle was sort of the engaging part. Like that was the fun
he was
part
a totem as a team, wasn't he? The sort of mascot.
Yeah.
And now
which makes me almost want to play it. Like it's completely uncompetitive, but it does make me not want to sack him because I do like having him around.
Well, he hardly ever gets hit. I mean, I remember in our game,
he's already smacking his lips, thinking about killing the niggled war dancer. So I think he's going to be seeing red, and he's just not going to be thinking it.
All right.
No, I do think it's one of those results though that can go either way depending on when he picks his sack attempt on my offense and whether it comes off. I think it could easily be 2-0 at halftime to him, or I could be playing 6 elves, and it can go sort of either of those ways quite easily.
Or it could go both those ways. It could be 2-0 and playing 6 elves, and then you score 2 back in the second half, which is often my experience of playing MD7 teams.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Next game then is you, Khornight. So Vinton Price All Stars, coached by Bob152 versus your Norse team. Let's have a look at Bob's first because they're at home. He has got 14 players all on the pitch. A ridiculous armor 10 mummy, which is crazy.
I'm going to claw that mummy.
Movement busted white, who's also AG4, which again we're against AG4 on whites for moral reasons. He's got 2 AG4 whites in fact, so maybe it does make a weird kind of sense. Movement 8 ghoul, a lot of wrestle. 1, 2, 3, 4 guard, as I think I can see there. Okay, they're 1810. You are at 1460. What happened?
The highest you've been all season, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's I lost the berserker.
So you got 11. You got one of your berserkers is what? Is he niggled? Did you say?
Yeah, he's dead. He's staying on the roster until the week he has to turn up, and then I'm firing him instantly. Okay. But he's having a week on sick pay before I fire him.
Sick beer. So you're going to have. So you're 1460 now.
1510.
Yeah, 1510. Right. Okay. So 1510 versus 1810. Nice and easy. Even I can do the maths there. So what are you going to spend your 300 on?
Coincidentally, it happens that what's his name? The Wolf and the Bomber are 300 when added.
Exactly. Handy. But you're not at home, are you?
No. It'd be 200 if I was at home.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty good mix. Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't want to vote for you, but that mummy being armor 10 has annoyed me so much. I don't think with good conscience I can vote for a team that puts armor 10 on a mummy.
It's worth mentioning as well that Bob is at the bottom of the division, so maybe he's just had a few unlucky results, and this is the week he comes back.
Well, maybe.
I'm obviously hoping not. I'm going for me as well.
Are you going for you?
Yeah.
Well, to break form, I'm going to go for you as well.
Yeah.
Dreamland, what do you think?
I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know Bob that well when we played. I killed all his AG3 players in the first half, so it made his offense a lot more difficult. He didn't do a lot there.
Help, won't it? Yeah.
That makes it a lot easier against undead when they've got no whites or ghouls on the pitch. But he is bottom of the table. I don't think he's got. I don't know if he's even got a win yet.
I think he got one, didn't he? Yeah, he's got 1 win and 2 draws.
Okay, I'm going for you then. If it was going to be his first win, I would have sort of backed him to get his first win, but he's already got one. That's fine. I think you're going to win then.
Okay, and Danton, what's your wise words?
Yeah, much as it pains me, I think I'm going to have to bet on Khornight winning the game. Just probably just results wise and coach wise. I mean, the matchup normally I think is slightly in Undead's favor. But yeah, Khornight's going to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, the stars, I think it's going to really help against that undead team, but we'll see. Okay. And the last one this week is Disco Seas versus Serial Sinkers. So Disco Seas are this lizard team who were beaten up, but are back to 1940 now. Just 5 Sauruses, so he could afford another one for this game if he wanted to.
Yeah, I think he was 10 short before the last game. Yeah. So
he's definitely.
Well, he had the money. I was assuming he would buy another Saurus, wasn't I? I think. Yeah.
Okay, he's playing Serial Sinkers. Sorry, I forgot.
Vampires.
Vampires. They were looking great. So yeah, just missing one player for this game. I mean, those vamps are pretty dirty, aren't they? So
15 players, 4 rerolls.
Yeah.
Agi and a movement.
That's tough. I think I would buy a Saurus, I think, because I don't think the difference in TV is enough to make any difference. If that makes sense.
The difference in TV is exactly the amount to make them the same TV if he buys a Saurus.
And there's no inducement that I would want more than a Saurus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wizard? If you were going to scum a wizard.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, but he's low down in the division. He's not getting back into like the rate. I think he's probably out of the promotion stuff anyway. I would go for team development over trying to win a single game.
Yeah, I get your Saurus on the pitch. Hopefully you can.
I mean, maybe he doesn't. If not, but maybe he doesn't want to get relegated though. That's the thing, isn't it? You know.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about the other half of that.
Yeah, he's in the bottom 3, and kind of would need a win to get out of it.
I still would buy the Saurus.
Oh.
Yeah, I would too. But I was being devil's advocate, whatever.
Of course. Danton, what do you think?
I think Vamps. I mean, just matchup wise, they're a bit of a nightmare for a team like Lizards, right? They can just take the ball off them almost at will. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Vamps.
Yeah, I think the Vamps are going to win. I think even if you get the extra Saurus, or whether or not you do it, I think Vamps are not a good matchup for them. And as a bash coach playing against the Vampires, he made stuff very difficult. Like, I got quite lucky in certain situations to be able to recover my half. He has got, obviously, Skinks can do skink things and just run away from Vampires, but I still think...
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, Lizards are not the same as a lot of the other bash teams where they're not slow, Movement 8 makes up for a lot of the problems that, Vamps are not good at dealing with, right?
Well, yeah, it comes down to positioning, right? For the Vamps, important to put pressure on, but also not just leave it easy for the Lizards to run around them.
And I think as a Vamp coach, you're going to be better at positioning, aren't you, than possibly a Lizard coach, maybe, because it's more important to you. Although it's obviously very important for Lizards as well. But that's
what I was going to say. I think the Vampires, but I do think that it can go. Vampires are vampires, aren't they? It's all on the dice. If you roll badly, it just falls apart very quickly compared to other teams. But I still think the Vamps.
All right. Well, I'll go for a draw. Danton and Dreamland have gone for Vamps. Khornight, have you said?
I haven't. I've actually not played against the Vamps, so I don't really know how good he is.
I found him to be good. Like, he was controlled with the vampires. It wasn't like an all-in from turn one. He sort of picked his moments and stuff like that. It was quite good.
The lizards do have like the combination of an agi skink and a catch movement up skink. I guess he can get gazed, can't he? I mean, not movement up, sure feet. I mean, I'm gonna go for a draw. Sorry, thanks so long.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, no. I think a draw is not likely. I'm gonna go for the lizards just to be different.
Okay. Okay, that's it then. I think.
Yep. For this division.
Did I?
Are we gonna...
Hang on. Did I say I was going to bet on?
You said draw.
I said draw. Yeah. I don't think the draw is likely, but that's different to everyone else, so that's why I've gone for that. All right. Cool. Well, that's it. Thanks. Hopefully, we'll be back on tomorrow.
Not doing any more divs today, right?
No, because well, Dreamland's got to shoot. I've got to go and do some bits and pieces as well.
Okay, cool. That gives me. I've got stuff to do as well, so I don't mind. So I wouldn't have minded staying for another half an hour either.
Yeah, I've got to go and eat before 2. I've got another meeting starting.
Yeah, I've got to run.
No problem. Cheers, DK. See you tomorrow.
An hour. I can do an hour from 12 to 1.
Yeah, dead on 12. I can start tomorrow, Danton, so we can do that. Khornight, presumably you're free.
I am. I'm free.
I'm free. Good. All right. Cool. Who else is on?
Oh shit! I should be checking that, shouldn't I? Boom. Sound of Danton leaving us. I assume.
Dimmy was streaming.
Dreamland. I meant Dreamland. Eliod, Space Cadet, Purple Chest. Dimmy. Do you want me to do Dimmy? We've not done Dimmy for a while.
Yeah, do Dimmy.
That involves me having to actually find him. The champ.
Dimmy the champ.
Goblins in.
Yeah, he's been doing a Grom run.
In Warhammer 2. A Grom run. I mean, I don't play Warhammer 2, so I've got no idea. Did you say you have to go after this as well? You don't want to do a bit of Rocket?
I can't not today. Yeah, thanks, Tom. Thanks for watching, Tom. Thanks for your patience with us idiots.
And for the stories about being
faithful viewer.
All right, cool.
Pressed it.
So rating in a second.
Okay.
Yes. Goodbye.
Right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
And we're out.
Okay.